The Preceon smart corn system is combining the inherent benefits of short stature corn hybrids with tailored agronomic recommendations and field view digital services that are going to help growers to better manage risk and unlock yield potential in the face of an ever-changing climate.
Hi, and welcome to Illinois Corn TV. I'm John Klemm, a farmer and Illinois Corn Board member. We have Michael Kovach with us this morning, and glad to have you, and looking forward to the conversation that we're going to have. Michael is the head of North American Corn Product Development from Bayer. And tell us a little bit more about yourself. Thanks for joining.
Well, it's really nice to meet you, John. Thanks for the invitation. Yes, I've now worked at the company for 15 or so years. I've worked in both corn and soybeans, but currently hyper focused on delivering the highest potential corn hybrids to our farmers throughout North America.
Well, let's just jump right into some questions. Learn a little bit more about what you do and maybe why you do it. So let's just get a better description of what is precision breeding and how does it enable Bayer to narrow down and ultimately bring a product to the market.
So precision breeding is really meant to help us farmers challenges by reducing the time that it takes to deliver innovations to the market, by increasing the precision and accuracy of our product insights, and by really just improving the efficiency and execution of our breeding process. Precision breeding is helping us to narrow down the most promising genetic combinations faster. And that's really enabled with the knowledge that we have of our crop genomes, which has never been deeper than it is today. So when you combine cutting edge genome sequencing on every seed with accelerated breeding methods in our protected culture greenhouse facilities, we can now design the best new genetics better than ever before.
Tell us a little bit then about how that's different from where we used to be. Give us whether it's an example or just kind of what it's allowed you to do and how it's changed the market and the product availability for, like I said, myself as an Illinois farmer and all those other Illinois farmers and farmers across the U.S. that we're speaking to.
Years ago, when I would talk about plant breeding, I would use the analogy of, it's kind of like finding the needle in a haystack. But, in that world, the plant breeder created a bunch of genetic diversity, put all of those recombinants into the field to test them and evaluate them in grower environments. And their goal was to find those precious few plants that had superior characteristics. But now when we say that we're designing the best, it's all about leveraging new tools and technologies to really design that needle from the very beginning. Forget trying to find it in a haystack. So what are some of those new technologies? We can now forward design genomes in ways that we couldn't before. And we can increase the number of breeding cycles that we do in a calendar year. We can collect more accurate data in our growth chambers, our greenhouses, and in the field. And we can make better customer-centric decisions using our advances in data science and artificial intelligence. And when you put all of those things together, it's not even close to sort of the traditional plant breeding of finding a needle in a haystack. Plant breeding really is light years ahead.
So we're using the Preceon smart corn system. What does that mean to me as a farmer?
Absolutely. So this Preceon is sort of this brand name for our smart corn system, and it's still under development, but it really marks a transformational opportunity for how farmers manage their corn crop. The Preceon smart corn system is combining the inherent benefits of short stature corn hybrids with tailored agronomic recommendations and field view digital services that are going to help growers to better manage risk and unlock yield potential in the face of an ever-changing climate. We know the climate in Illinois today is not what it was even just a few years ago, right? So why should farmers care about Preceon? We talk really about the three primary benefits of the Preceon smart corn system. in terms of P-A-Y, protection, access, and yield.
Okay.
So in terms of protection, it reduces the risk of losses from high winds and other challenging weather conditions. Short corn hybrids have increased tolerance to lodging and green snap, and in some trials have shown that they can withstand wind gusts of well over 50 miles per hour. In terms of access, season-long access to enable more precise and timely application of crop protection products and other inputs. It really gives farmers the flexibility to further optimize their fertility, pest, and disease management with their standard ground equipment without having to use, airplanes. And then in terms of yield potential, it's really about unparalleled production stability to provide growers with more flexibility, peace of mind, and potential to reduce their overall business risk. And it's about that improved plant standability. The short stature hybrids allow growers to even do things like experiment with higher planting densities. And using data-driven recommendations from FieldView, it can really help growers to optimize their return on investment on every acre.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about Preceon, and I hope you are too. And I can't wait to see more Preceon hybrids growing across Illinois.
Yeah, no, I know. I am excited, and I'm glad we talked about it. I know I've been to some plot tours and things over the last couple of years where there's been some test plots of the short-statured corn and some other things, and so it's out there and it's becoming visible. Again, where is that in a timeline as far as availability to the farmer?
I expect, though, that by the 26 and even more in the 27 growing season, you're going to see much more availability of these products.
What some might look at as one of the most entertaining parts of our interview here, we've got a portion that we call "Not to Be Corny," and I'll share the joke with you, and we can both have a nice laugh over it. So, why did the farmer trust Bayer with his crops?
Oh, I have all kinds of sciencey answers for that, but what's the
Yeah.
what's the real answer, John?
So it's not a science answer. I can assure you of that. It's because they promised to weed out the problems.
Well, that's for sure. When we got lots of crop protection products that will help you do that.
Yeah. Nope. You guys absolutely do, and you guys have to always focus on both sides of that. We appreciate and understand that, and I'm sure it's a difficult balance, but it's a very appropriate place to be with Bayer, and we appreciate everything that you guys do, and appreciate what you're doing in the breeding side of things, and look forward to it. Do you have anything else that you'd like to share with our listeners before we wrap up today?
No, just I hope they're having a safe growing season, and we're looking forward to seeing some big yields coming from your farms this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure I can speak for all of us that we look forward to some big yields as well and big opportunities. The growing seasons are always fun to watch go through, and we look forward to the new products that are coming out of Bayer in the years to come. Michael, thank you for your time, and have a good rest of your day.
Absolutely. So nice to meet you. Take care.